The body is the vessel of the soul, as the old saying goes, as you've probably heard before. So if the body's all jacked up, can the soul really come out to play? We face more challenges, more contaminants, more threats than ever before. You know, I'm 40. There's certain things that weren't really an issue when I was, let's say, a teenager, not as bad. Let's say EMFs, electronics, things like that. Those things weren't around as much, or you weren't as vulnerable as having when I was 15, it was weird to have a cell phone. They were really big. You didn't have it in your pocket all the time. We're so much more vulnerable than ever before, and sometimes we can be so much harder on ourselves than ever before. I want to share this quick story. This is kind of random. I wanted to share a bit about what my own thing is going through, or what I'm going through with my own detox here. I have been in a detox this is week 9. I'm about 70% done with a parasite detox. I have done, it's from a company called Zen Cleanse. It's called the One Cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse, this fucking cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse, it's only 24 hours. What is it? What do they call it? Enzymes. You will be convinced in 24 hours that cleansing is real. You will have things that will come out of you. You have mucoid plaque, which looks kind of like rubbery cement that doesn't look like poop at all. It's different. And the same stuff you drink when you do the cleanse, it comes out of you in the same way, so you can see that, but this plaque that moves out. You'll move this stuff out. My first time, it was probably 2 to 3 pounds. I'd say in doing it 6 times, man, it's gotta be 7, 8 pounds worth of stuff. But I never felt better. Like I never felt like, relief in that area, in that congested like colon gut area. I'm doing this cleanse with detox dudes. And I felt better, and then kind of felt like I plateaued, and then had a client here a couple weeks ago and had a coffee with milk in it, which I wasn't supposed to have. And then I could feel the parasites doing their thing. And then a couple days later, I started having, which come to think of it, wasn't the first one, looking at these things in the toilet that were these, what do they call them? I thought it was called roundworms or tapeworm. It's ropeworm, like this long, a bunch of them. Why am I telling you this disgusting story? I feel very different than I felt 10 days ago. Let's assume I was who I was 2 years ago when I really started going hard at the gym again. Man, I'm doing 100, 120 some days, 150 grams of protein. I'm about 150 pounds. I'm feeling horrible. I try to do it lighter. I make it switch out this and switch to salmon and just have plain salmon and salt and a little hot sauce. I'm actually making gains at the gym. My intestines feel like they're gonna explode, or my colon, like my just guts. I still have photos on my phone that look like I'm pregnant. I felt terrible. So my body was starting to look really good in that way and getting that result. But my body was already disharmonious, and I was causing it to be even more disharmonious, which had taught me a lot about life, and applying that now to doing my first parasite cleanse last year after realizing I had some parasite issues. Thinking it was really helping, I felt better, and it caused me a bunch of problems. That was from a different guy. When we're gonna build something really magnificent, we need to really build it properly. If I have a weak foundation, or if I had weak foundation of my guts, my colon, I could have continued with that weightlifting plan and had gut issues or colon issues and got more muscle probably. Or maybe then thrown fasting in 1 or 2 days a week to try to compensate for the inflammation. For me, and this says a lot. I've spent probably in the last 17 years, I've probably spent at least 300K on my health, out of pocket. And I've learned a lot. However, doing a proper detox, which again, this is a 4-month detox, I'm nowhere near done. I'm not stopping after 4 months. I already have stuff mapped out for the rest of the year, stuff I've wanted to try. Never done a week-long fast, done a few 3 days. But the real essence of who we are, our spirit, our soul, comes out when the body is clean. And as my body's more clean, I'm seeing that. If you ask me in a month, in 6 months, I can tell you that much more. And part of the reason I want to make this video tonight is about understanding building yourself brick by brick, and also self-compassion. If I would have been so hard on myself, which I don't think I was. I think I was kind of hard on myself 2 years ago when I was putting on the muscle. Be like, oh, you're just, you got to do it. You're being weak. You're this, you're that. I've had dozens of things about 14 to almost 30 inches long come out of my guts in the last couple weeks. I've been seeing them visibly in the toilet with rubber gloves and chopsticks for the last 10 days. And I'll just not give you too much information. As it leaves you, it makes a weird sensation, which I was dismissing, going, oh, that's kind of weird. That feels weird. Like, oh, it must have been a good one. So I probably released so many more of these things. And I can think back to if I would have been so hard on myself in the past 2 years ago, knowing I had dozens of these huge worms inside of me, I probably didn't deserve to be so hard on myself. Some people really crave sugar. I personally don't. I can't a bit. When we have these different bugs, parasites, and yeasts, they're alive. They're like a city that lives inside of us, and they want to get fed. I want to make this video today about the vessel that is your body. And it's a magnificent time to be alive, because you can mess your body up more than ever before, and you can heal your body more than ever before. Like 75 years ago, you really didn't need to worry that much about processed food. You didn't have to worry about EMFs. I can think of something, he always pops in my mind. This guy is a 10, maybe 9-figure net worth entrepreneur who could die any day of a heart attack because of his health. So we live in a unique time too, where we think of war in this country or that. Our actual spoon for an American male, for a man, our spoon and our fork can be what kills us and takes us from our family early. It's a weird time to be alive. And at the same point in time, there is access to tools, to strategies, to cleanses, to IVs, to treatments, to I got an Ebu ozone tomorrow, to all these different things. That's also never existed before any time in history. And as I think about this and wrap it up in a minute, it's important to build in the right process. I wanted to get jacked 2 years ago. It was going really well, other than enormous intestines. By the way, not taking steroids or something, taking pine pollen. That I wanted to get really big. It was going well for a couple months. I'm getting this bloat. That was the wrong structure of what my body needed. And also, I don't plan on putting on a bunch of weight as soon as I finish this detox. I do plan on gradually going up. But there's a right structure to do whatever it is that you need to do right now. And the way we take care of our health as men is implorative and so important. Implorative, I don't know if that's the right word, or my melatonin suppository is kicking in. More on that later. That is the thing, believe it or not. It's been like 20 minutes, so maybe it is kicking in. But implorative to take care of our health more than ever before. We're going into a new generation of man, a new generation of building a relationship and building a family that's never existed on planet Earth before. And physical, mental, emotional, and the actual energy in your heart, the health of all four of those are absolutely essential for the times we're in and the times we're going into. See you soon. I'm off to bed.